Hello, I'm back again. Just want to do an update. It's been 2 weeks since I did my last update on my MCAT studying, and a bit has changed since those 2 weeks. For one, I started doing the Altius tests. I've done two already. My first Altius test was a 508, 129, 124, 128, 127. And my second Altius test was a 509. I took that 2 days ago. That was 128, 126, 127, 128. And of course, I'm doing the breakdown, the standard breakdown, chem phys, cars, biochem, and psych soc. And pretty much what I've been doing afterwards is I've just been doing a spreadsheet review, just reviewing all the wrong questions first. Because for some reason, for my LTS one, I reviewed the whole test in its entirety, and I started getting a little bit tilted when I started getting questions wrong as I went through it for some reason, if I went through it sequentially. So when I went through it just by doing the wrong ones only, and then doing the right ones, it made me feel a lot better. It made my mental feel better. Weird, but yeah, that's just sometimes how it goes. And then yeah, for my spreadsheet review, pretty much I've just been putting the question number, what was my thought process, like my literal exact thought process, and like a classification on what the error was. And I have a couple of different classifications here that I use. I use content, data interpretation, misunderstood question, short on time, or silly mistake, and I color code it too, so I know what my problem is. And it seems like my problem is mostly just not reading the question very carefully in biochem. And in terms of chem viz, it's mostly just misunderstanding the question. Oh no, misunderstanding the question or data interpretation. That's my problem. So hopefully I can work on that. But 508, 509, I heard Altius is sort of depleted. So I guess that's good, right? I didn't just spend 6 months studying just to get a score that is lower than my diagnostic score, because my diagnostic score before all my content review was a 499. So it's good to see that I have improved over the past 6 months. In other news, I've stopped Anki because the way my schedule is right now is I take a test and I start taking it at around 2 or 3 p.m. and then I end around 9. And so obviously I don't really have time to do Anki cards at that point, because I want to be able to sleep at 12 and wake up at like around 10 or 11, just to maintain a really regular sleep schedule. And because of that, and just thinking about like I need time to rest and time to eat and all time to relax and stuff, I decided to just, stop doing Anki and just only do the Anki cards for my practice test. And I reasoned this because, technically taking the tests themselves is like a form of content review, and reviewing literally all the questions, even the correct ones, and I make a lot of Anki cards on my correct and incorrect ones. That's a form of content review, and I'll come back and redo all the old Anki cards from TBR and UWorld later. I can do them later. It's going to be really built up, but for now, for my sanity, I need to stop doing actually my main deck. So right now I have like 900 cards that are due for my main deck, but I suspended them, so I don't really see them, so they're not there, at least for now. And so yeah, so pretty much all I've been doing is I've been taking a test, and then I review it the next day. I review it fully, make all the Anki cards, and I do all the Anki cards. And then on the third day, I pretty much redo, I do reviews again of the Anki cards that I just learned yesterday. And then I review my spreadsheet and see what questions I got wrong, which questions I got right, how can I better improve for the next one. So for example, from my review today, I found out that, for bio, I should really slow down and read all the questions at least once and the answer choices at least once before jumping. So if I could slow down, that'd probably be better for me. So like having a spreadsheet like this allows me to kind of see the trends and what questions I'm getting wrong, getting right, and kind of adjust the way I take my test. Yes, and also after review, I've been just going over the mile down review sheet. It's like this comprehensive 97-page sheet that contains pretty much kind of like broad strokes, everything you need to know for the MCAT. And this is just to supplement the fact, or kind of make up for the fact that I'm not doing the reviews, so I'm not actually going back to the old material. So instead, I'm just looking at a really big review doc just to make sure that, if there's any content I forgot, it's kind of refreshed from that, so I don't forget. I can minimize the amount of questions I get wrong just from content on the actual FLs. But what I've been noticing is that a lot of the problems that I get on the full lengths, the problems I get wrong, are mostly just data interpretation. And it's not really the content that's the problem. It's mostly just my data interpretation that sucks. Hopefully that's the same for the real MCAT. But yeah, my data interpretation kind of sucks for this. It doesn't exactly suck that much, but it's definitely something that I feel like I can work on. And that's why I'm taking like 2 practice exams pretty much every week, so that I can practice data interpreting and I can get really good at data interpreting, so that I can actually do better when I actually do AAMC. What else? Also, I'm trying to reschedule to June 30th because I just want more time. I actually want to do all of the Altius FLs because they're actually really good. All of them are just based on data interpretation, which I think is what the actual AAMC is trending towards now. So I think if I do all of them, I'll have a really good base and a really good practice. But in order to do all of them, I need to push my test date back just like about 2 weeks, so that I can have adequate time to do all of them. And also, a really useful thing that I got on the internet was this MCAT prep test book, like the actual whiteboard that's used, like this thing right over here. It's actually really useful. Apparently this is what they give on the actual exam, and here are my notes for my test, and I thought it was pretty useful. I mean, it's nice to stimulate what the actual exam might be like. So that's exciting. So I'm taking a test tomorrow. Hopefully I improve from my test, for my score. Maybe I go up a point and get a 5.10. I don't know, maybe. Who knows? Hopefully. Yeah. Otherwise, also I've pretty much not done any AMC cars. I pretty much just stopped doing it because I'm pretty much doing cars, a 9-question section every 3 days pretty much. So I just stopped doing cars. I'm gonna get back to cars once I finish taking all my full lengths, like AMC cars. And then in other non MCAT news, what I've been listening to, I've been listening to a lot of K-Indie recently, just on the Spotify K-Indie playlist. It's pretty nice. I mean, it's like music to listen to when you're just you don't really want to think, but you want chill vibes. Particularly, what were the artists that I really liked? Yeah, I can't find it right now, but it's a pretty nice playlist. I've just been pretty much just listening to like one song over and over again while I study. And in terms of dramas, I couldn't really find any good Korean dramas. I've been kind of in a slump recently. I tried to watch My Mister, but it ended up being way too heavy. And I can't really watch, I've noticed that I can't watch anything that's heavy while I'm testing or when I'm studying. It just kind of gets me in a weird mood. So then I switched over to Taiwanese dramas, and I've been watching a drama called Back to Home. It's a family drama about a guy and a girl who were childhood friends, but now they grew up and now they have to return. They're sort of like frenemies, but they have to return and run a salt farm, and it's really nice. I have a personal soft spot for Taiwanese dramas because I just think they're so homely and so friendly. So that's been nice to watch. It's been a nice, really good de-stressor. Yeah, anyways, that has been my update for now. I'm feeling okay, 508, 509, not bad. Let's hope I can improve. Anyways, thanks for watching.